permanent tissue in plants. Permanent tissues are here it is following types. Mainly the permanent tissues are developed from the meristematic tissues. The meristematic tissues are three types. One is apical meristem, intercalary meristem, lateral meristem. These three types of meristems are participated in the periclinal or mitotic divisions. They develop into permanent tissues. Permanent tissues present in all parts of plant body. They are mainly two types. They are simple permanent tissue, complex permanent tissue. Simple permanent tissues structurally, functionally similar. They are having only one type of structure and they are also having only one type of function. Simply in one sentence about the simple permanent tissue, structurally, functionally unique type of tissues are called simple tissues, simple permanent tissue. The simple permanent tissues are mainly three types. One is parenchyma, second one is collenchyma, third one is sclerenchyma. The next permanent tissue is complex permanent tissues. See, name is given in this word complex, means it is difficult in structure. Complex structure present in this permanent tissue mean structurally different. It composed means that permanent tissues are composed with more than one type of cells. So structurally different, but the structural different cells are having only unique function. In simple way or in simple word, structurally different, functionally similar type of permanent tissues are called complex permanent tissues. The complex permanent tissue mainly two types in plant body. They are xylem and phloem. Xylem mainly helps in conduction of water to total plant body, including minerals also. And phloem mainly helps in translocation of organic solutes to total part of plant body. See, here it is in this xylem, more number of different types of cells are present. Tissue, one is tracheids, vessels, parenchyma, fibers. See, here it is the four different types of cells present in only one structure. So structurally different, the composed of xylem, structurally different types of cells, but they are having only one function, that is conduction of water and minerals to total plant parts. In the same way, phloem is also belongs to complex tissue. It composed with different types of tissues. One is sieve tubes, sieve elements, companion cells, phloem parenchyma, phloem fibers. See, these are the different types of cells present in the formation of phloem. But the phloem function is only one, that is translocation of organic solutes to total plant pods. It is the permanent tissue system table overview. From this permanent tissue, today we discuss about simple tissue. Simple tissue means structurally, functionally unique type of cells or tissues are called simple tissues. The simple tissues mainly three types. One is parenchyma, collenchyma, sclerenchyma. From the three types of simple tissues, we discussed here it is the three types of simple tissues. One is parenchyma, collenchyma, sclerenchyma. Parenchyma tissues are mainly helps in some functions of plant body, and collenchyma tissues also present in plant of pot. They are also having some special type of functions, special type of structures. And sclerenchyma also present in the plant body. It gives mechanical support to plant and mainly the plant strength done with only sclerenchyma tissue. So the some sclerenchyma tissues are also called dead cells, are also called stone cells. So from these three types of permanent or parenchyma cells, three types of simple tissues, today we discuss about parenchyma tissues. So parenchyma tissues, here it is. The parenchyma tissues are oval in structure, rectangular, triangular, irregular, or polygonal in structure. Each parenchyma cell contain a proper cell wall. The proper cell wall containing only cellulose, hemicellulose chemical. It is in elastic nature. The cell wall again divided into two types, but in parenchyma cells, the cells of parenchyma composed with only primary cell wall. Primary cell wall only composed with cellulose, hemicellulose chemicals. Below the primary cell wall, thin plasma layer is present. Here it is the plasma layer. The plasma layer is also present in this. Below the primary cell wall, thin plasma layer is present. The plasma layer made with only phospholipids and protein chemicals. It is in semi-permeable structure. Below the plasma layer, at center region, one large vacuole, central vacuole is present. Already I am explained during the meristem. If more number of small size of vacuoles are present, that cells or tissues belongs to meristem. But in permanent or matured cells, only one large central vacuole is present. It is the identification of permanent cells or matured cells. In parenchyma also, one large central vacuole is present. The vacuole is mainly act as a excretory organ of the cell. It protected by tonoplast. One thin layer is present around this vacuole, that is tonoplast layer, and around this central vacuole, cytoplasm is present. The cytoplasm containing one nucleus, the nucleus present at the corner of the cell, and in the cytoplasm remaining all cell organelles are present. It is the single parenchyma cell structure. Between the two or three cells, intercellular spaces are present. So they cannot compact in the arrangement. They maintain spaces between the cells. The spaces are called intercellular spaces. Sometimes the intercellular spaces are filled with air. Later we discuss again what are the parenchyma types. Then between the two cells, connective pipe-like structures. Connective structures are present. The connective structures are called plasmodesmata. The plasmodesmata is mainly helps in exchange of minerals, water, food material between two cells. So between two cells, food material, minerals, water exchanged with the help of only plasmodesmata. These are the structures and labels of the parenchyma, simple parenchyma structure. The parenchyma cells are present in the terminal part of shoot system, terminal part of root system, axillary buds, young leaves, young fruits, fleshy of fruit, and endosperm, embryo containing generally meristematic tissues, but matured embryo containing some parenchymatous tissues also. Mean young parts of all parts of plant body made with only parenchyma. The parenchyma, it helps in some types of functions in different types of plants. See, we discuss here it is types and functions of parenchyma. Types and functions of parenchyma, that is following types. First type of parenchyma is chlorenchyma. Chlorenchyma mainly present in the plant body of leaf. Plant body of leaf mainly in the mesophyll or young part of shoot epidermis. Mesophil, generally the mesophil made with only two types of parenchymatous tissues. One is palliser tissue, second one is sponge tissues. These two tissues belongs to parenchyma. Palliser tissues are present at the upper epidermal region of leaf. Sponge tissues are present at the lower epidermal of leaf. Palliser tissues are look like a pillar-like structure. They are compactly arranged. They maintain some intercellular spaces. And sponge tissues present at the lower epidermal region. They are loosely arranged like sponge-like structure. But these both tissues are called parenchyma, and both tissues are containing chloroplast pigments. The chloroplast pigments in any parenchyma, chloroplast pigment present in any parenchyma, that parenchyma cells are called, tissues are called chlorenchyma. Chlorenchyma means chloroplast present in the parenchyma is called chlorenchyma. It present in the mesophyll of leaf, are also present in the epidermis, young plant of epidermis of shoot. Then what is the function here it is? Chlorenchyma function is only photosynthesis, because these are composed with chloroplast pigments. These are prepared food material by the photosynthesis. So these are also called photosynthetic cells in the plant body. So these tissues are called chlorenchyma. Chlorenchyma function is preparation of food material by photosynthesis. It is the general type of parenchyma in plant pods. The second type of parenchyma is parenchyma. Parenchyma mainly present in the hydrophytic plants. Generally, we observed hydrophytic plants. Some hydrophytic plants are present on the water surface. They are freely floating on the water surface with the help of parenchyma only. The parenchyma cells are containing air spaces. Large cavity-like structures are present. The cavities are mainly filled with air. These types of parenchyma tissues are called parenchyma. Aren means air filled with parenchyma cells. Parenchyma. Parenchyma tissues function is freely floating of hydrophytes on the water surface. Generally, we observed these types of parenchyma tissues in hydrophytic plants. The next one is water storage parenchyma. Generally, these type of storage parenchyma, water storage parenchyma tissues. Water storage parenchyma tissues are observed in xerophytic plants. Generally, the xerophytic plants are well developed in the drought conditions. In the drought conditions, only a little bit of water is present. That amount of little bit of water is stored in the cells of plant body. That stored cells are called parenchyma. The parenchyma cells are helps in the storage of water. So these parenchyma cells are called water storage parenchyma cells. The water storage parenchyma cells are present in the xerophytic plants. That xerophytic plants are called succulent xerophytic plants. Succulent xerophytic plants are containing only water storage parenchyma. And the next one is another type of parenchyma is food storage parenchyma. Food storage parenchyma like proteins, starch, amino acids. These type of food materials are stored in the parenchyma. The parenchyma cells are called food storage parenchyma. Protein, starch, amino acids, like liquids, these are stored. Reserved food materials are stored in the plant pods. Like these types of parenchyma tissues are present in the fruit flesh, and some storage parenchymatous tissues present in the modified root system, modified shoot system also. So these parenchyma containing only storage food material. So these type of parenchyma is also called storage, which here it is food storage parenchyma. The food storage parenchyma, again next type of parenchyma is Parenchyma. It is present, rarely present in the plant pots. These are also belongs to parenchyma cells. Initially, I explained parenchyma cells are composed with cytoplasm, large vacuole, nucleus, cell organelles. But they are having some different types of function based on the different types of presence of chloroplast, presence of water, presence of food. But here it is, we discussed here it is some special types of parenchyma present in only few parts of plants, like in xylem and phloem. Around the xylem and phloem, some specialized parenchyma tissues are present. They are called prosenchyma. Prosenchyma mainly helps in the mechanical support to the plant pots. Mechanical support to the plant pots. They are also present in the phloem and they are also present in the xylem. Xylem, around the xylem vessels, around the phloem sieve tubes or companion cells, some specialized parenchyma tissues are present. That specialized parenchyma tissues are having only proper rigid cell wall, but cytoplasm is in little bit of cytoplasm. Remaining all cell organelles are completely absent. Only they are having mechanical support function in the plant pots. These are the types and functions of the parenchyma tissues.